Most artists think they have a content problem, but the real problem is direction. They're posting videos, songs, clips, but nothing is actually guiding fans anywhere. Last week, inside my artist community, Inner Circle Insiders, we ran a live lab on how to fix that. By the end of the session, every artist had written a piece of content designed to move their audience deeper. Hello, hello. What's going on, Shane and Ailey?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, come on. We listen, a lot of people did not RSP but or RSVP, but they're just showing up and I'm happy to see it because last time I checked, it was like two or three people. I was like, okay, well, that's fine. Shane, what does your note taker make of our room?
I did the first meeting last time, and I don't know if I put the link in the chat in the Discord.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did? I
yeah, I
didn't
did.
know.
I did it the day of afterwards because I know you said you wanted to see it or you wanted to.
Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I love me a good AI note taker. It's like, what am I saying? What did I say? Summarize.
it was nice though.
Summarize.
It gave us action items for me for like each artist, or not each artist, but like two or three of the artists,
Yeah.
and like what to do next. It was cool.
Okay. I really love that. Because yeah,
Yeah.
I used to use an AI note taker, but now like Zoom kind of has like its own. So I'm like, summarize the session for me, Zoom.
Also, it does it for you automatically.
Yeah, it does. But I have like business Zoom, so it's like
Oh,
the least you could do since I pay extra is give me some extra features.
right.
Yeah.
I gotta look into that one then.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty nice. All right,
Mhm.
so Ailey, I know you did your homework. I actually really loved the integration of the me chat thing. Can you kind of explain like what the setup and everything is and
Yeah.
how you set that up?
Basically what you do is that you go via the app and hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick because I got everything like kind of together. It's an app that looks like this. Wait, can y'all see? Probably not.
No,
Man,
it's
I'll
because
send a
your
screenshot.
background's blurred. Yeah, it blurs
I'll send
everything.
I'll send like a little recording later, but basically
Okay.
what you do is you go into mini chat and then you attach it to your Instagram. Once you attach it to your Instagram, you usually upload your videos as normal. Once you're done uploading the video, go straight into mini chat and you can set up the automated system. And it basically gives you like easy instructions. From there at the top, it's just like, oh, what do you want it to say when they first what do you want it to do? And you can have
Yeah.
it set up so that like, oh, if someone follows you, they can send an email. If they leave a comment on the page, kind of like how I did for my stickers post, it'll
Right.
automatically send like, "Hey, would you like some stickers?" Because it's just like, "Oh, if you like that, maybe you want some stickers." Or
Yeah.
you can have it set up so that also where if they comment like a certain word, it will also send them a link. Because I know like a lot of tech gurus and stuff like that do that. They'll be like, "Oh, comment this word, and I'll send you like my course, like that type of thing." And then
Yeah.
afterwards, again, you can just automate it so that it says what you want it so you can personalize it. And then afterwards, you just upload it. And then once it's done, I usually go in to check to see is it actually working? And I see you were able to access it, so it is working. And then also it also gives you like stats like overall how many times it sent something, how many times people clicked it. So it's really good data. So I enjoy it.
Yeah, no, that and that's the thing is think like little bot integrations and stuff, they scare me because I've done like autoresponders on TikTok where it's like if someone asks me to be their manager, say this, right? Because so many people DM me asking to be their manager. So I have like an auto reply for that. But I had someone help me and it was like there was auto replies for like everything. And so when people would hit me up, they would get an auto reply no matter what. Like I don't even know. So like I said, I'm not a tech girly, but that sounds very easy because my biggest question was like, where do I tell it like what to do? But if it's not in the platform and if it's in like mini chat, like, or many, MANY chat, it like has its own platform and you tell it what to do in there. I can do that. Look, I
Yes.
can, okay, like that's
Everything's in
easy.
mini chat. Like you don't have to worry
Yes,
about too much about Instagram except for interlinking it, making sure that it's together, and then hey, I
right.
want it specifically to happen on either this post or you can have it so that you can set up an automation so whatever they comment, something will happen. But they
Yeah.
have different features and they also have different levels. I just have the basic for right now because it's like, oh, let me try a couple of things out first.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you, girl, for sharing. Because I was just like, oh my gosh, not only do we have the stickers, but it's like, okay, you have the email list, you have like, they have a reward, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the whole format is like, what is our call to action and what is the, award or reward that they get for doing that action? So, next, Shane, you shared, do you want to tell us about what you did? Oh, look, Amy Lynn is in here. The doctor's appointment is over. But okay, go ahead, Shane. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically you said I had this call to action should be to join me live at 10 a.m. But I didn't know if the reward was good enough because I basically put to see me create music live from scratch. I don't know if
Hmm.
that was necessarily a reward or if I should like dive deeper or um yeah, if I should reword that, but that's what I did so far. And then
Yeah.
yeah, and then the next step is to rework my link tree and website.
Yeah. I think join me live, Tuesdays at this time. Is you just got to kind of make it sticky. So to watch me make songs from scratch, that could be interesting, right? But it's like what is different and unique about Shane Bailey making songs, right? So it's
All
more
right.
so like what kind of songs am I making and what kind of music and stuff like those bits of personality and flavor is what's gonna probably like take it from just being like an open invite to everyone to making it like specific and branded towards you. But I think it's a great job.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, I wrote down two different versions. So the first one was that one, and then the second version was join me live Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to watch me basically turning my personal experiences and perspectives into music. So even
Hmm.
that I could probably I think I just want to be more, I don't want to be as vague. I kind of want to give you an idea of what you're going to get into what just from that call to
Yeah.
action. Yeah.
Exactly. And I would really encourage you to go back to some of those first videos that we had in January that were about like clarity, like brand clarity and everything. That will help you figure out like, okay, who am I as an artist? Like, who do I make music for? So when you're doing things like this, the messaging is just easier for you because you know who you are, you know who you're trying to attract and everything. Also, just a little disconnect. So you are asking them to join you on your live, but you said the offer is the email list. So it's like the offer and what you're providing, like they have to go hand in hand. So if I was joining your email list, are you telling me that you're going live? You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit
Yeah.
of a
Also,
disconnect.
I didn't even include, I see what you're saying. I didn't even
Yeah,
include the,
like
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like
That's,
the email list offer is nowhere to be found,
I
right?
see.
So
Yeah.
yeah, there has to. So the actual reward would probably be them like growing with you every week, right? Or like watch me build a song from scratch. Like that's the reward, and then them joining the email list is like tune in or some whatever they would get from that email list, right? Which is maybe they get priority access to have you remix certain songs, or they get to submit like subjects for you to freestyle about. Maybe they get to submit beats for you to freestyle over from like new trendy stuff like the Baby Keem project or stuff. I don't know, something for the kids. I don't really listen to rap like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But something cute for the summertime. I'm just trying to act like I'm hip. But yeah, something like that would be like, okay, I want to be a part of this email list because I want direct access to Shane to make sure that whatever my submission gets seen or heard.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. So I have the reward, not the call to action per se. The call to
Ex-
action doesn't isn't just join me live, it's join the email list. And then I see. Okay.
Exactly. The call to action should be linked to, what your funnel choice is, which is the email list.
Got it.
Yeah.
And
Now, if your funnel choice was like a Patreon or something like that, where it was like, join me live, on this separate thing, but don't do that yet. We build in the audience. Let's build demand for that. Let's not jump straight in there.
got it. All right.
All right. Okay. Next, Kayla, come on, jump in, my girl.
Oh Lord, what's going on?
Squidward is back. Listen, Black History Month for the rest of my life.
Keep hope alive.
Oh, okay, girl. So walk me through your homework, please.
Oh my goodness. So I picked community because on my music page, I'm really building community there. That's where I tap in with artists intimately, and I want to grow that, but I also want to grow my personal so they can get to know the face behind the brand.
Hmm, hmm,
Um, with that, I'm choosing Substack because I like to write. And I spoke about my background in writing. So I really want to be able to yap and then give some info and also send people away feeling connected to me and not what I do for music mine, like just who I am as the person.
Yeah. Love that. Now, okay, the third part was having it in your bio, and I don't see your call to action in your bio. So that was my only feedback. At first, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Substack, yes! Like, send me the link. Like, I want to join." And then I looked at your pictures, and I was like, "Wait, Sistifer, the call to action is nowhere to be seen in the bio." So I love that you have the funnel choice. The funnel choice is your community, your Substack. I'm here. I'm with it. I love the call to action. Join my Substack to learn, laugh, and grow with the music business. Now I just need you to put it in your bio. That's the final step. But because I was like, maybe she's putting it in her captions. Like, I don't know, but I don't know. Was that an accident or was that on purpose?
To keep it a stack, I was just trying to do the assignment, but I am gonna add it
You
in
said,
there.
girl, you said send a picture of
Look,
the bio. I sent a picture of the bio. What more do you want? Oh my
can
God,
I get half
I'm dead.
credit?
I'm dead. Listen, and thank you, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay. Amy, do you want to share with us? Because I just replied to your homework as well. Because I know you were kind of sounding like I'm confused, like I don't really know, but this is where I'm going. Yeah, I'm like, girl, you further than you know. Um, but I don't know if you're able to unmute because I know we were at doctor's office, we might be in transportation. Okay, we might skip Amy. Let me check the chat and
Wait,
I'll see.
hold on. Can you hear me
Oh,
now?
yes.
There I am.
Please,
Okay. I
girl, if
couldn't tell if
you're driving, please be
Oh,
safe.
don't I'm I don't live like y'all do in these major metropolitan areas. I'm like in
Right.
5 minutes there's going to be no cars around me
She's
whatsoever.
dodging
So
a horse. Okay. All
yes,
right.
yes,
Let's go.
so okay. So yeah, I had a lot of like decision making and exploring to do.
Hmm.
Um Substack initially looked a little bit too literary driven, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to keep up with this. I'm not going to sit down and write to people. Like, I'm not going to do
Yeah, be
that.
real with yourself. Okay.
So
Like,
that was and I have a fellow artist friend local who I feel sometimes like I lean on her too much for advice and support, but she's really cool. And she has a Patreon, and she's been killing it with the marketing and the merch, and the her Patreon seems to be going well. So I was like, maybe I can lean on her a little bit because I have a lot of unreleased demos that I could throw up there. I
girl,
have
also providing a safe space for like your radical rants, right? Like that's another thing is your community wants to like gather and be like flaming feminists and like you know what I'm saying? Like be so that could also be a part of your Patreon. I'm just saying based off of your marketing and what performs well for you. But continue.
No, thank you for that. So yeah, that's why Patreon felt like it might be the better fit for me. Discord seemed too dis disjointed for me. I don't feel like Discord works for us. I know exactly where to go for everything, but I don't know that I can build that as reliably. So I'm leaning towards the Patreon. I finally figured out this morning how to make the Google Doc for a mailing and subscription list, like Ailey had told me. Thank you, Ailey, very much for that explanation. And I'm working on, I finally figured out how to put that on my website. And I had a friend audit my website for me, who is really good at booking stuff. So she went through it all. Am I answering the question? So I'm still kind of in the
So,
exploratory
okay,
phase of making final
right.
decisions.
So you haven't 100% locked in your funnel choice, which is why you can't have like a bio call to action or a link because you don't know where you're sending people. But once you do send people, you have everything set up for when they get there.
That's my goal. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But I
Okay.
do
Okay.
have the mail. I do have the mailing list. I do have the subscription list. If somebody wants to test it on my website, if somebody wants to test it
Well,
for me,
then
I'd appreciate it.
start there. Start there.
Yeah.
Have that be your funnel choices, your email list or your subscription list, right? So
Yeah.
like so that should be your funnel choice is the email list. Because that is my biggest question is like where are we sending the people to do these things?
Right.
If they want stickers, if they want merch, like where do
Right.
they go? Where do they connect to even,
So
you
that
know? So
so I feel like the subscription list, the email list, so I have ways to reach you, my listener, is step one. And
mhm.
then step two is to like once I get the Patreon going, hey, thank you for being part of my community. I want you to know that this is now available, or a welcome email or a sticker packet and a welcome saying, thank you for joining my community. I'm available, my music is available on all of these things. I understand everybody has like a personal choice what they like. This is where you can find my stuff, X, Y, and Z. But I feel like the subscription list is a way that I can uh, secure that connection to them, like you talked about. Like I have a place to send them so that I can find them again, and I don't have to rely on the algorithm.
Mhm. Um with branding and naming for like your community and things like that, I think that's probably the thing that would make you excited about this. I think it's hard for you to be like, this is my funnel choice because you're like, oh, like email sounds boring, right? So don't think
Yeah.
of it like that. Be like, sign up for, Amy, I wasn't born in the 80s. Can you tell me some cool stuff that people like
Honey,
what
honey,
is some
honey,
jargon? Like,
I was born in the 70s.
okay, so you were
I
going
am a Gen
to
X. I
stuff
am a Gen
in the
X.
90s.
Yeah. But
You were like a child in the 80s as well. So you were
I
more
was a
hip in the 90s?
yeah, born in the 70s, raised in the
Okay.
80s, college in the 90s.
Right. Okay. So in the 90s, what were we signing up for? Like what kind of memberships or members only lists or things like that? Like think in that kind of like 90s coded branding of like, you know,
Right. Well,
that go ahead.
the only thing I've had thought of to name my community was the barn bitches. Like join my barn bitches. Be one
That's
of my barn
cute.
bitches with me.
That is cute. That is really, really cute.
Come hang out in the
So
barn.
okay, come on,
That's
be
all I
one of
got
my
so
barn
far.
bitches. That's a fun community, and that is branded, and that's never going to change. That's very Amy. So I love that.
That's where I'm headed.
Um, okay, cool. All right. Next, but yes, you answered my question, Amy, but I appreciate that. And then last but not least, Entity, do you want to unmute and share your homework with us?
Yes, thank you so much. So I am a little bit last minute, like I mentioned, the ADHD was getting to me, but I did choose Substack as my platform. And I remember I was asking you last call about like how to, music is audio, how do we translate to that to this platform? And you emphasize like talking about the journey.
Mhm.
So I made my call to action like follow my follow my artist journey through my artist diary because that's what I'm kind of going to use Substack as for or
Right.
Substack for. So I did that. I do feel that my some of my bio might be a little bit like what exactly does she do? So I'm still working on narrowing that down, but I like so many different genres. So while I'm still finding my sound, I'm not sure how to communicate that. But Substack is what I chose. I'm excited about that and working on video diaries for Substack.
Listen, this bio, this my strange addiction is chewing on mics. Intriguing. I like it.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
love that. Like it because it's like it's curiosity building and that's the thing is that you don't have to know exactly like what genre or whatever like that you fit in. Like y'all know how it go in the studio. Some sessions are a therapy session. Some sessions you're talking more than you're actually making music. Like this creative
Hmm.
process is not like a linear journey where it's like, oop, I woke up, I had a dream, and now I know the perfect album that I'm gonna make. Let me run to the studio and make it, right? So I think like even piggybacking off of what Strawberry Gelato had told us, I don't know if this was last week or the week before last, but like failing in public or like, getting over that, like, that fear as artists that you have to show up like perfectly with like everything
Hmm.
already done and everything. Like, no, it's okay. It's okay because right now people want to feel in community more than anything. And
Okay.
and it's just, yeah, it's not about being perfect or polished or any of that because we're out of that fairyland. Like even the perfect polished influencers aren't making money anymore. It's like, be for real, you know? So,
Okay, perfect. I'm glad that comes across. And Ailey, that's exactly like making messy part of your brand. When I watched a video where you were talking about like your pillars and stuff, and one of them I always put as like vulnerability. I never want to just be like button to the top because that's just not how I am.
mhm.
So seeing that it can find a place in an audience, that's good. So thank you.
Yes. Okay, y'all. I'm excited because honestly, I was like, when nobody was doing the homework, I was checking like yesterday, and it was like Ailey had done it, right? I was like, well, all right. And then there was like two people who RSVP'd to show up today, so I was like, well, okay, let me remind them of the monthly mission. But I'm very proud of y'all. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing the things. And if you have not already, let me just share this with you. Quick reminder to download the March monthly mission PDF. This is in your membership website. And this is just telling you, what we need to be doing every week. If you fan journey was week one, this is telling you what the fan journey is, what our weekly goals are. So if you haven't mapped your fan journey, I wasn't really pressed on that because we talked to Monique so that week. So I didn't really talk about that in week one of like, where are your fans going? And then last week we kind of just jumped into the things, and I was like, all right, pick a funnel choice, So if you haven't picked a funnel choice or anything, you're like, you can catch up by downloading this PDF, doing that on your own. You're not behind. You're right where you should be. And now we are in week three, and I want us to talk about, directional content. I want us to talk about like, okay, let's do content that moves people deeper, right? Because this month is also about how do we take the attention that we do get and how do we make that connection? Because a lot of us are so focused on people finding us that we don't know what to do when they get here. And we find our validation as an artist is like, how many people can find us, right? When it's like, no, it's not about people finding you, it's about people connecting with you so that they trust you enough to pay you money for your music. I mean, I don't know. If that's your goal, let me know. I don't know. If not, this might be the wrong community for you. But all right, y'all. So let's get into the different types of content. One that you guys are very familiar with is discovery content. So that is going to be the performances. That is going to be the hooky stuff like, oh, just give me, 5 minutes of your time and this, that, and the third. That's going to be the trendy stuff, where it's, I'm like, what are even trends right now? Because I really am just really locked in with finding new artists like singing and performing their music. But that's going to be the discovery content. So performances, hooks, trends, storytelling as well. That is where a lot of people find you first. And this is where most artists live. Most artists only do discovery content. They don't move on to anything else. They don't care about anything else. They want you to find me, stream my music. And that's what they quantify as success. Now, past discovery, after they find you, this is step two. This is where I want them to go next. The next type of content that I want us to be making is bridge content. So this builds identity and relatability. So if you're this type of person, that's that kind of content. That's like sharing values, sharing personality, sharing perspective. So examples of that could be, if you relate to this, comment below and I'll send this. If you want more of this, join my community. If this song feels like join my email list or whatever. So that is kind of like the bridgy content where it's like, did this hit a spot? Does this feel like you? Are we kinfolk? Are we failing out loud together? Are we messy on purpose together? Right? So that is that kind of bridge content that builds your identity. You know who you are. You know what kind of content you are. You know who you make music for, and you're able to relate to them. If you aren't putting 20 on the 10, if you're and now if you don't know what that term means, putting 20 on the 10 means like you're faking it real hard. Like this isn't even who you are. You are just making this music because you want to be rich and you didn't want a real job, right? Like you're just a complete fraud. So that won't work. You have to authentically be making music. This has to really be who you are and what you're trying to do. Or the stuff that I'm teaching you ain't gonna work. So the three types of content. Number one, like I said, that's discovery content that gets attention. That's your performances, that's your hooks, that's the trends, that's the storytelling. Number two is the bridge content. So this is more so your identity, your relatability. This could also be like if you are teaching people that educational content. So this shows your values, this shows your personality. This could be your signature series, right? All of those kinds of things. And your perspective. Maybe you're the kind of person who rants. Maybe you're the kind of person who, is sick of the music industry or speaking on things that are happening. So, one of our members, Ariel, she was saying like this quote of Nina Simone saying music is like a reflection of the times. And she kind of had this thought piece where she was like, maybe right now music isn't reflecting the times because we don't want to be here. Maybe a lot of us are like trying to escape through music. And so maybe that's why music is a bunch of like turn up and not in reality and stuff because people don't want to be here. So maybe that is a reflection of the times, right? So that is bridge content. That is where you are sharing your perspective and it's making people feel like they belong. Cause for me, that's I be thinking big, bitch. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, what is the reflection of the times? I'm over here listening to El DeBarge and like stuff from like the 90s and the 80s to make me feel good. Right? I'm not even discovering new, like, why am I doing that? Oh, yeah, because like when I was little, I didn't know that the world was burning around me. Right? Anyways, okay, I'm getting too deep. Now, the third type of content is going to be the directional content. So now that you guys have picked like what your funnel is and where you want people to go, you're gonna need to do some content inviting them to go there, right? So this kind of content is going to tell people what to do next. Am I joining? Am I commenting something? Do I need to click somewhere? Do I need to subscribe somewhere? Like, what am I doing? What's the one thing? I think with directional content, it's really important that we should only be guiding people one place per season, right? We can't every other post we're asking them to do a different thing. Join my community, subscribe to my YouTube, be on my Patreon. It's like, whoa. So let's get clear, let's get consistent, let's stick to one funnel choice and let's like do that for 30 days. Lock in for just 30 days, right? And let's consistently ask them to do that one thing instead of trying to be everywhere and do everything all at once. Because, spoiler alert, that's how you burn out. That's how you burn out trying to be everywhere because it's not possible. I don't care if you have a million AI apps and apps to help you. It's still the amount, there's only 24 hours in a day. AI did not change that. Okay. So your directional content tells people what to do next. This is what really builds your fan base. A lot of people or a lot of artists in 2026, they want a fan base before they release music, which scares me because I am like, dude, grow, like have your fan base grow with you. Like, don't feel like there has to be a bunch of people here anticipating before I drop, or else you might like never feel driven to drop. That's putting the control of your artistry in other people's hands. Like, oh, I'm only doing this if you want it. I'm only doing this if you. Sometimes people don't know what they want. Tell them what they want, okay? Like, so don't be so like I need to have the fan base first. It's like no, fail out loud, drop the music, do the things. It only makes you better, right? And your fan base will grow with you. So if you only post discovery content, you don't have a fan base. You have views, right? But let me know. Is anyone doing all of this already and is like, Jazz, you ain't saying nothing new? Do most of you guys only post discovery content? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear back. Or you can unmute and say something as well.
I
Like
want
to
to
say,
share.
oh,
Oh, go
oh
ahead.
wait,
Go ahead.
Shane, you
Go
can go
ahead,
ahead.
Ailey.
No, you can go ahead.
Oh,
Okay.
come on. Yes, Shane and Ailey fighting for the mic. Love
No.
this. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so right now a lot of my content has been like clips from my stream, which is me, making the music. But I started going out in the city more and like having different backdrops and performing the songs, basically lip syncing the songs, editing it, which I'm gonna have a lot more of that. And I also went to like my old neighborhood recently and did like a talking video where I was walking around my own neighborhood, just like thankful that we don't live there anymore and da 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 da, like kind of diving more into my story. So I
Yeah.
want to incorporate like all those. I don't know if that's like too many buckets. It's like live stream, storytelling, and then performances. So that's kind of where my head's at right now.
Dude, not at all. Live stream storytelling and performances, those don't even like live in the same lanes, right? So it's like performances is is a part of discovery. Live streaming is where people can discover you too. But storytelling, it even if people discover you from that, that's more so like relatability. That's more so connection. So I feel like your storytelling content can be that bridge content. And it just sounds like you don't have any directional content, right? You don't have people saying to join you
Yeah.
live, every week at a certain thing. When you repost the clips from your streams, is there any like messaging or anything on there saying where it
Just
comes
basically
from?
like join me on the next stream, or this is what I did on this stream, but no, yeah, real no real call to action.
Yeah. We like you have to think of your audience and your fans and people as selfish. And when they look at your content, what's in it for me, right? If there's nothing in it for them, if it's just you talking about yourself and how cool you are, then, which I'm not accusing you of.
No,
I'm
I
just
get it.
saying,
Yeah, I get
like, yeah,
it.
like when editing, you have to think in the mind of your audience. And again, they're selfish. They want to know what's in it for them. So within those first 3 to 5 seconds, you want to just get to what's in it for them, right?
Mhm.
And so whatever that is, whether that is your freestyles or different things like that. I remember Jamila actually looked at your page and she was like, he's actually really good. Not no shade, but it's like
Yeah.
when you see an artist with low numbers but they have good music, then it's like, okay, so what's the disconnect? And the disconnect is probably how you're marketing and promoting it, right?
Yep.
It's like you're
Yep.
not thinking of the person or them. So, the clips from your live streams, I want them to be just maybe clips of relatable parts or like when you're really like in a flow or something hit hard and you're like, oh shit, where'd that come from? Right? Like
Mhm.
have those be the clips from your live streams and have the hook be a question to the audience. Like, have you ever felt like this? It hits different when the flow is like that. Or so you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
have you ever had this moment in the studio? Something like that, where it's like they can immediately know what's in it for them. And that is like the relatability or identifying themselves in it,
I
right?
see. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That could be a quick switch. Okay, let me check into these comments because I don't want to miss y'all. But Ailey, you were going to say something. Go ahead and let us know, Pooks.
Yeah, I know in the beginning I was doing a lot of discovery because I was just like, oh, this is what everyone else is doing, so I guess I'm gonna do the same thing. But then, especially after talking the last time, you were like, I don't see your personality on there. And I'm like, oh, let me start doing that. So I've been trying to mix it up and do like discovery and personality. And now that I officially got my mic after fighting with them for a couple of weeks over it, I've just been slowly starting to add in my music back into it. Also been doing covers and stuff like that. So it's just like trying to branch myself out more, but I know for a fact that my two main bases are definitely going to be personality and storytelling, and then just incorporating the fact that, hey, I'm doing music and oh, this is why I'm doing music is because, and then going into the storytelling side. I think you saw my Love a Girl post. Like I like doing that type of stuff where I just talk about something and then it's like, oh, if you relate to this, then I have a song for you. Like that type of style.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That feels very, yeah, that feels like bridging and connection. Do you feel like you are kind of do you have like directional content where you're asking or you're introducing Ailey's petals or talking about Ailey's petals at all?
Yeah, I did that with I did it mainly on TikTok and then I'm just slowly transferring it over to Instagram. But the two main ones is where I introduce Ailey's petals and then I tell them, "Hey, this is how you fill it out." I did like a little screen recording so that they could see, "Oh, this is a process and it's really simple and easy." And then the second one was when I introduced the stickers and then I showed, "Oh, these are the meanings behind each sticker." And then I have another one that I'm going to be dropping on later this week where I did my first couple of stickers and it's kind of like, hey, if this is something that you would like as well, you're more than welcome to sign up into the link in my bio. Make sure to click Ailey's Petals and then I'll send them your way as well.
Okay, so you are so much funnier than that. And we got to switch this up, okay? We need
Okay.
to, because you're sounding like an infomercial, but
Ah!
you are a good fucking time, right? So I need you to talk to the camera like it's us and be like, okay, y'all, I did a thing. You know what I'm like? That's how I want you to talk to me. Like, all right, y'all, I did a thing. Listen, if you are a part of Ailey's Petals, then you already know, right? And like fan the stickers like it's money or something. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so it's like, I just started this community for those of us who cry, for those of us who like anime, for those of us who are the whimsical black, whatever, right? Like just talk like using these stickers like you are making it rain at Ace of Diamonds, okay? Like because you're gonna be like, what the fuck are these stickers, right? And it's so, but like that is your quirky, whimsical personality, right? And so it's like, yes, I do want you to do the things, but I don't want you to do them like a fucking businesswoman. I want you to do them like Ailey, like
Hey,
Ailey-fied, you know, like
turn up the
so.
personality. Got it.
Yes, that I think that is just because, girl, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not watching a video of someone telling me how to fill out a form. If I like you enough, I'm gonna figure it the fuck out, right? Get me to
Right.
like you enough to even want to click the form. That's
Hmm.
that, right? And so, and then it's like, why am I clicking it? Oh, if I sign up, I get these stickers, right? And on top of that, now I'm locked in with Ailey, like, whatever she has coming next. I don't even know what the fuck she got coming next, but I'm here for it, right? And then
Hmm.
yeah, so that would just be my advice on that.
Got it. I can easily
Mhm,
do that.
mhm, loving it. Okay, anyone else want to unmute? Let's do like a live revamp or a live audit.
I have a little bit of a question. So I feel like I naturally do like the bridge content, like the personality. I feel like my music tends to naturally lean towards like Black women, queer people, like those communities. And that's where my personality content leads to. But it just feels so weird to say after like being authentic or going on a rant and then have this business like infomercial of like, if you like that, then you should listen to my music or something like that. So I've been struggling with trying to bridge the personality content and then have like the pitch at the end or yeah.
So the subjects of your rant needs to do with whatever you're talking about in your latest single or your music. That is how you bridge it, is like the subject or the topics that you're talking about. So if your music is talking about heartache or the last breakup and you're going on a this is why I don't know if you like men or women, but this is why they ain't shit rant, right? Like that connects to the meat, right? It's like you don't even really have to tell people about it because if I found you from this rant and then I click on the next post after it and you're singing like these heartbreak lyrics, it makes sense. The branding makes sense. Now, I don't, where are you like as an artist? Are you releasing music? Have you just released an EP? Are you releasing singles? Like, where are you at?
Yes. So I'm releasing music. The last year I released my first two singles, and I'm trying to focus on singles because I know my perfectionism. If I try to make a body of work, an album, an EP, nobody will see it until like the world has already burned at that point. So I'm trying to do singles to like get the music out there and at least have something to speak to.
Wow.
So the last single that I did release was about, I am queer, so it is about, liking
Oh, nice.
women, and it was about my first crush. So
Okay.
I'm glad that that translates. I'm glad that you were able to like connect that.
No, it
Um,
didn't translate at all. I just never want to assume. Because listen, I don't know why, but the LGBTQ plus community loves me. And I think it's because I'm like nice and like not judgy. I don't know what vibes I give off, but so that's why I'm always like, never want to assume anything. Okay. But
Period.
continue. Continue.
So I did a story time of my first crush, and that got me nowhere. And I do know sometimes the algorithm, you can post one thing, one video, one time, nothing happens, and then you can post it 3 hours later, and then something happens. But I was feeling a little bit defeated because I was like, damn, I just opened up to y'all about the behind the scenes and stuff like that. Um,
How
but I
many times
definitely
did you
will.
did you tell that story?
Not enough, probably. One time.
Okay. And
That
how
one
many
time.
times did you promote your single?
Multiple times. Promoting my single multiple times.
How did you promote it? Like what content did you do?
It was kind of I guess the discovery, like, this is out now. I mentioned the topics of like, this is a story about my first crush, or if you are like me and whatever, like that. But I did it
Hmm.
more through text and not more through talking or story times or rant.
Yeah. So for me, it feels like you're missing the first step, which is the discovery content. And you're going straight to the bridge content. But what are we bridging them to if they haven't discovered your single? Like if they aren't here for the music, then what are we kind of bridging them to? And then we're just bridging them to you as a vibe. So then they're not here for the music at all. They're here because they like entity and they like your vibe and they like, what you're talking about and everything. Which is why what you're talking about needs to relate to your music. It has to relate to whatever song that is your, like, whatever song you're talking about or the vibe, right? If the first song that you talked about was, talking about your crush and falling in love, and then the next song that you released was like popping your shit girls night anthem, those songs have nothing to do with each other, right? And so it's kind of like the messaging is a little bit off and the messaging could be disconnected, and then the algorithm is playing a guessing game of like, who is she actually for? I don't know, but people like her rants, so let's just keep sending her stuff to people who like rants, right? And then you're kind of like, you're not even being discovered for what you want to be discovered for. So if you feel like a lot of people like your personality, then you need to talk about your music more, right? So if this song feels, so that means more content of you performing your song, more content where like the hook is like your own lyrics and stuff. And it could be the way that you are performing those lyrics that hooks them in, right? It could be a visual hook. It could be something else that makes them stay there. But the main thing is if this song feels like you, X, Y, and Z, right? If you wanna watch me, write more music, join my artist community. If you wanna follow me along on this embarrassing ass independent artist journey, join my Substack, right? Like, but they aren't going to do that if you're not talking about your artist journey or being an artist. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And
Okay.
it's exactly what you're saying. I do feel like the algorithm pushes all that other stuff.
Right.
So making more discovery content to connect that to emphasis on the performances and things like that. I'll get creative with performances because I know you said they don't necessarily have to be live shows. It's just however you perform
No.
the song. So I'll definitely
Bro,
get
you
creative with that.
literally, like it can be you walking past the camera, you picking up the Swiffer, you like literally like every 3 to 5 seconds, have it be a different video clip and just perform your song, right? And like
Mhm.
it does not have to be, this is the thing that artists confuse visual assets and social media assets. They're not the same thing. Your visual assets are your cover art, your music videos, like the aesthetic, like pretty stuff. Your social media content is supposed to look like a little lower tier. It's supposed to look like you did it in the house. It's supposed to be relatable because like who is thinking that you're shooting a music video every day, right? So like the performances can be in your house. The hooks can be like, one of our members, David, a hook that I see him use is this text hook that says, my Gen Z cousin says if I, make a video playing my song and making some tea, that'll do more than spending X amount on ads, right? And like the amount of time that it takes you to read the hook, the video's almost over. That improves your watch time and everything. Like, you gotta be thinking big. Right?
Got you. Thinking big.
Gotta
Okay.
be thinking big, right? So yeah, so just like little things like that. That's the discovery content. That's the hooky stuff. I hope I didn't confuse you. I hope I helped because I can
No, I
talk
think
a
I
lot.
got it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let me get in these comments. Angelica said, I mostly post discovery stuff and need to work on that bridging content. Yes. Because honestly, Angelica, if I loved you down, I would not know what I could do to support you, right? Besides like pull up to one of your shows. Because of course, when you're doing a show, you talk about you have a show going on. But what about in between shows? How do you know if there's a demand for your music if you're never asking if they want new music, right, girl? Like literally, not that's
Really.
what oh, you cute. Come on, new hair. Okay, I see you. The Iron Ma Oh, she's an Iron Maiden lady.
I got this from H&M. It just looked cool. Kamari picked it out.
Oh my gosh, that's a song. You guys don't remember that? She's just a teenage dirtbag baby. Like,
Hmm. I was told
yes,
about it. I had no
yeah, I
idea.
was told about it.
I actually remember the band Iron Maiden that song then goes back and references.
Right.
And they were a
That's the
band
bonus
before
bit.
that song.
Okay, we gonna pray to ADHD because listen, the way that I just got so sidetracked. Okay, we're here to talk about Angelica's content, but yes, Iron Maiden. Okay, so bridging that, Nisha says mostly discovery for me as well, but I do want to get to the point where my content is deeper. Okay, Strawberry said right now it's mainly discovery content. Not sure I understand the difference between bridge and directional content though. Okay, so we're going to pause there to answer that question. So, the difference between bridge content, bridge is like the relatability. That's like you sharing your values, your personality, your perspective, and that makes people feel like they belong. The directional content, it just tells people what to do next. Now, you making people feel like they belong. If you then say, follow me for more, join my community, da, 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 they're probably gonna disconnect, right? They're like not gonna be in it. So that's the thing is like in our content, we try to like do all of the things, but sometimes save the things for later, right? So if you have like this really deep rant on how people are being effed up or something like that, don't end it with and join my Substack community for more like this, right? Just end the video, right? But like what you can do is you can be like, oh my, like you can react, right? So I'm just gonna use Amy as an example because she's the top of my mind. So if she's like, oh my gosh, this video did really well, right? Like, or something where it's like a rant video and it's like, I really want a place for us to just kind of to connect and to really just da 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 da. So where my barn bitches at? If you're one of my barn bitches, please da 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 da. Right? So that would be the directional content. She doesn't need to do that in the actual rant because that's not authentic. Because who the fuck is going on a rant and then asking people to join their community after? Like, so her rant is the bridge content. That could actually even be discovery content if that's the first time that people found her. But the directional content is her talking about that and then pointing them in a direction. So, strawberry gelato, does that make more sense? The difference between bridge and directional content? Let me know. Okay, I got a heart. Perfect. We in there. Um, all right. Robin said, it's a light, fun, bubbly energy I think that we love. I feel like I have a mixture of discovery and personality. I don't know what we were talking about. Sorry. It was probably related to what we were talking about at the time. Amy says, I feel like the posts not moving, then moving is something we need to be more patient with because it seems to be happening a lot. Oh, yeah. So the app TikTok has changed, right? Remember before it used to be like if you get more than 200 views in the first 10 minutes of it going up, it's gonna perform well, like it'll be a good video. And now it's like just post it and forget about it. Maybe in a couple months, thousands of people will come back to it. Like we don't control these algorithms. We don't. Oh, it was why the gays love me. Listen, Robin, clock it, because I have no idea. But yes, it could be the light, fun, bubbly. And I'm for the guys, the girls, the gays, everybody, okay? But, and the content that I do post is generally discovery. Okay. So if we know that we have a lot of discovery content, let's fix that right now. Let's do that in these last 10 minutes. I want to give you guys the formula. So what we need to do for directional content is like if this resonates and then clear next step, right? So that I think, because I think a lot of you guys are good with the bridge content as well, which is your personality. Robin, you do discovery content because you're addicted to probably the virality and like what gets the most views. LOL at Amy's camera, like zooming in. I don't know if you guys see that. I'm because she left. It like zoomed in on the background. Sorry. Anyways. Okay. So if this resonates, clear next step. That is going to be like your directional add-on formula for your directional content, right? So one thing is if you are stuck in the discovery phase and you need more help bridging, I want you to practice just like the relatable content that we do. So the stuff where it's like if you're this type of person. So for you, Robin, that's going to be your sidebars, which you haven't really done a lot yet, but really like the talking to the people kind of stuff where you are again showing sharing your values, your personality, perspective, all of that. Now, for the directional content, if this song feels like you, join my community. If you know, if these bars hit, join my email list. I send unreleased first, right? Like give them that reward or that guarantee that it's like if this locked in with you, this is what you get or this is why you want to join my list. So again, the directional add-on formula is like if it resonates, what's my clear next step? If you relate, comment me and I'll send you this, right? Doesn't always have to be join my list or something like that because that's giving them too much credit. You gonna leave this and go click a link on my page? Huh, poppycosh. I don't even know if that's the term, but like people be scrolling, like they're not leaving the scroll, right? So it's like if you relate, comment me and I'll send you this. Like I'll do the work. Or if you want more of this, join my community. If you want more of this, be a barnyard bitch. If you want more of this, become one of Ailey's petals. Like it could be at the end, Ailey, at the end of one of your videos where you're doing like vocal warm-ups or change-ups, maybe like responding being like to a comment saying someone said I had a G2. What's a G2? And then do the octave or something like that's gonna make music people come in and then be like, if you want more of this, you definitely need to join Ailey's Petals. And then randomly throw up the stickers or something like that. Like I got stickers on it, like, something like that to kind of exactly, bro. I want the stickers to be money at this point. So that is the directional add-on formula. I'm going to put that into our chat. If this resonates, clear next step. Right? So if this hits, this was what I want you to do next. So um let me see. Let me see. Sorry, I'm going through my notes. Sorry, I'm going through my session notes to make sure I went through everything with you guys. All right. Does everybody have a funnel? Amy, you don't have to answer that. I know you're working on your funnel choice. Okay, Entity has a funnel choice. Angelica, that's what I wanted to talk about before you left was like, where are you sending people? What are we like, what is your funnel choice? What are we doing next? Poppycock is a food. Poppycock is BS. Okay. Look at the way I don't know. I thought I have no clue. Okay. Poppycock. So do we like poppycock? Is that good food?
Where did you learn poppycock? I've never heard that. That's like a new vocabulary today.
Like I don't know. I don't even know. I didn't even know what it meant. I just knew that people like say it like as a term, like, oh, that's poppycock. But I was confusing it with poppycock because like that's the BS. Like, oh, that's poppycock. Like that's not, that's
Yeah,
not the thing.
that's
I just
rubbish.
heard poppycock. It's
Like for
rubbish.
real.
There we go, rubbish. But okay, Angelica, now since I have you on the line, tell me, what is your funnel choice? Like, what are people doing next? Like,
So I started a Patreon
mhm.
and then I got lost in the abyss of all the stuff I had to do and that was enough to just have started it and I'm like thinking of what I could offer on that Patreon.
Yeah.
But I'm also hearing like Substack and all these other ones that I haven't looked into. So, but we got Patreon for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The big thing with doing like these communities is the work that it takes for people to follow you on those other communities, right? So if you are not there yet where you're like, I got like some faithful ride or die people who are always commenting, who are always doing this. I need a place for them to gather. I need a place for them to galvanize. Then it probably does not make sense to take them off platform yet. So if people are discovering you and stuff, you need something that you can quickly do. Angie, are you a texter? Do you text people?
Yes.
So, do you want to look into like Community or Superphone? Those are apps in your phone. That's a lot easier than Patreon, which is like on a computer and it's live streaming. And you also have to know, like, learn a whole new, social media platform versus like Community, you send in text, right? And you can just be like, before we start the Patreon, can you go live consistently on socials first? Like, just, I mean, no shade, but I'm like,
I need to.
that's what I'm saying. And you
Right.
can build the demand for Patreon after. But literally, it can be like garage band sessions. Cause I know you got it in the basement. I know you got the setup in the basement ready to go. So whether it's you and your guitar or whether it's you actually doing rehearsal, like that can be what you are consistently live streaming. So, okay. Anybody else want to unmute and ask me questions before we jump off? We got 3 more minutes. Let me know.
Wait, you said
Um,
Superphone and what was the other one?
Community.
Oh, community.
Yeah.
That's
So those
also
are
an app.
apps and those are like mass SMS text group type apps. So then your call to action is, join the group chat, right? That's going to be the join the group chat. They can DM you or ask you how, or you can have the link in your bio, like join the group chat, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Robin, I saw your hand first, and then Shane, and then we will close. Go ahead, Robin.
Hello.
Hi.
Um, the bridge content, which you said would be like my sidebar kind of stuff. Were you saying that that needed a call to action at the end of that too, or it just needed to be related to the song or whatever we are promoting without like actually like being like, here's my song.
Right. So for you right now, it would just be about your music journey, period. The main goal for you right now, Robin, as an artist, is letting people know that you fucking make music, right? Because everybody just knows that you do drag and that
Hmm.
you sing. And the misconception with drag stars is that they all lip sync and you actually can sing. So that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Hmm.
you post a lot of content of you in drag singing, which is great, but people need to know that you make original music. So
Right.
the bridge content is going to be you sharing that you actually
Hmm.
like make original music. And it could be like your, perspective about it. Like, y'all, this is embarrassing as hell.
Hmm.
Listen, I can be fierce. Your last name's literally fierce. Like, so it's like I can be all of these things, but when it comes to making music, I am fucking scared. That's the bridge content,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
Is
Gotcha.
like, and maybe you're not ready to be that, but it's like, baby, you're a perfectionist and you're like, I gotta show up unperfect. Ew, who does that? Not
I do hate that. Uh,
Right. So that's the bridge content. Now, because the point of the bridge content is make people feel like they belong, right? It's just
hmm
making them feel like they belong. The directional content will be separate from that, right? So
hmm
it's like, oh, dang, a lot of y'all like this. Oh, dang, a lot of you, right? So you can refer to one of your other posts and be like, I need a place for us to, come together. So your call to action can be your broadcast channel and be like, if you want to stay locked in and know when the new music is coming, no, you do not have a new hair color and you are not going to turn the fucking camera on. Wow.
Look,
Who does that?
I'm laying in my bed and my background is not sickening right now. Okay.
Okay, but
Hi.
the face is, but
She's
so
a
is the
she's a
hair.
blonde now.
That's what I'm saying. She's going to go blonde and then not even talk about it. Wow, rude.
I
Okay,
will
anyways.
say, inspired by like needing newness in my life, but also slightly inspired by y'all too, because I'm like, I need a brand identity. What's this new phase gonna look like?
Come on now. And you're wearing your earrings. Like, I feel like
Oh,
you
these
never.
these these are new. I just got my ears
Oh,
pierced.
oh, you were a clip-ins girly? You was Oprah on us and we didn't even know?
Clip-ins
Or
and super glue.
not super glue.
Yes, how else are the earrings gonna stay on when you perform?
Oh my God. Never thought of super gluing earrings to the ear. Listen,
It's
I'm a
it's it's a
sensitive
drag
queen.
queen hack.
Right.
I promise my earlobes are fine.
Okay, well, that is the bridge content, my friend, is just like is that vulnerability, that values, that personality. I don't know if you talk about like your dad and everything like that to other people. I don't know if I found that out from your like content or whatever, but I remember saying something and being like, "Oh, your daddy's cute" or something. You're like, "Not too
Oh,
much."
I don't
Not too
remember
much.
how that got brought up, but every time somebody sees my dad, that is the reaction. I'm like, okay, well, I get it from somewhere, thank you.
Thank you.
But
So but
too
see, that
much. No, I'm
shows the
kidding.
personality, right? And being like, all
Uh-huh.
right, now I know that, a lot of gay men aren't, friends with their fathers, da, 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 da. I don't have those issues. I'm gonna show you my supportive, loving father, not too much, right? And then you like reveal it, and it's like it's him, or
Uh-huh.
maybe like it's all the comments saying how cute he is. That's also like relatable. That's bridge content
Mhm.
because that's also there's a lot of queer people who like they are homeless by the time they're 18 because everybody disowns them, right? So that is, that is perspective, that's personality and everything, and that's people connecting with you and wanting to come with you on their journey. Okay, let's get Shane in here because I could just talk to you all day.
Yeah, Robin just mentioned brain identity. That was actually my question because you said earlier about going back to January. What do you mean
Mhm.
exactly? Did you mean going over the videos or the resources for January to help with that?
Both, right? So, I mean, the videos are going to talk about the resources. So, lucky for
Okay.
you, you have access to the resources. But it's really in January, all I was talking about was your clarity. So, all I was talking about is like, who are you as an artist? Who do you actually make music for? And then we were talking about your messaging, like what are you talking about so that these people who you make music for know that you exist, right? So that is clarity, and that is really the steps of your branding foundation. Spoiler alert, you guys, this is what I do with my clients one-on-one. We always start with like our branding foundation, and then in February how we went into the systems, that's what I do with my clients too. We then build like content systems, and then in month three, we're usually like executing and like doing a campaign. I obviously can't do that with y'all, but I'm teaching you guys how to do your own, campaigns and everything. So
And this is all on the membership website?
yeah, so if you
Okay.
go to the membership website and if you go into find, so my videos they're like categorized by like the fan base growth system and the different Fs. Look at the videos in find and you can just find, they're numbered and everything so you know what order to start in. And yes, those videos it'll be brand clarity, knowing who you are, then it'll be about your audience, then it'll be about messaging, and the fourth video in January is with my guest speaker, Nate Stevenson, who is the VP of marketing at Empire, as well as the head of marketing on Shabuzi's label. And he is talking about how artist identity is like the most important thing for artists who want to be signed by labels, because when they find you and you know who you are as an artist, it makes their job so much easier. And if you know who you are as an artist, it comes through in your content and everything because you have clarity. So yeah, it all works together. All
Got it.
right,
Thank you.
Entity. Yeah, you're welcome, friend.
Yes, I just wanted to know if you could post January and February's. I got February's mission, but January's mission, just like for going back for continuity, because I find the way you break it down to be super helpful in PDF form. Um, yeah,
Yes. I absolutely can. I'm looking right now in resources and tools, and I'm like, isn't it? If it is in here, it's so far back that I can't find it. So yeah, totally. I
okay,
can drop those PDFs, no problem, if they don't already exist, and then I will like pin them. If they
okay.
are already in Discord, y'all, somebody let me
Please
know.
add me.
Right. Because I might have already dropped it and like forgotten because I do like so many different things. Um, okay, y'all, we are well on our way. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I was ready to start this like session, like, dang, nobody did the homework. Like, dang, I don't know. I can lead a horse to water. I can't make him drink. I ain't even got to do any of that because y'all are doing the things. So I'm proud of you. March is about ownership, right? Because attention is rented, but having access to your audience, gaining like their email address, building a text list, a Substack, all of that, that is ownership, right? So last week we built where the people go. This week we built how you send them there. And if your content isn't guiding people, you don't have a funnel yet. And if you don't have a funnel yet, holla at your girl. Okay, there's so much more. Do you see what we do in 5 minutes on these group calls? Imagine if we had a whole hour together. I'm just saying. No pressure. I'm just saying. Okay. So, all right. Thank you guys all so much. Robin said, wait, I did the homework. I'm going to upload it. Yes, please upload it, friend. Upload it in the homework chat on Discord. I will see you there. Also, vote on the poll. I put a poll in the general chat about us doing a showcase. If we still want to do a showcase for March, let me know, okay? And vote in the poll. You have 2 days left. That's it. All right. Until next time, stay tuned with Jazz. Bye.